Hi, I'm Lorenzo Hogans II, Christian author and paramedic, and today the video topic will be things to help you remember and help you not forget. The brain is a beautiful thing and it does a lot of remembering and storing. I mean, you've got thousands of memories and events that get stored in your brain. But I guess the easiest comparison that I can make to the brain is a computer. A computer stores all kinds of data. It's got its hard drive, it's got its memory bank. So your brain is much like that, and it's also like a computer in the sense that it can malfunction and act funky on you. So and if it didn't, you wouldn't be human, because none of us are perfect. So today I wanted to kind of review a couple of things that I believe to be helpful, hopefully bring some value to you as far as times that when you forget and how we can kind of minimize that. Okay, so the first thing that I want to discuss is creating a checklist. I find this to be the biggest antidote for forgetting, for having an absent mind. And the beautiful thing about a checklist is that it's very systematic. You know, you just go bum, 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 right down the line. And you literally will take a pen or a pencil and just check it off. Or maybe if it's on your phone, I like to keep my checklist on the phone because it's paperless. I mean, it is 2017. So, because I'm thinking about, every morning as a paramedic, when I come in, there's a series of checklists that I have to go down. I mean, from the time I leave my house, I have to make sure I've got my gear bag, I've got to make sure I've got my lunchbox. So many things that I have to make sure that I have. My stethoscope, everything to perform the job and to be fine when I'm gone for 24 hours at a time, because we do 24-hour shifts. So the idea of a checklist will kind of be a fail-safe, well, not kind of, it will be a fail-safe for forgetting. When I show up to work, every morning we have to check off the truck. There's a series of drugs, there's a series of equipment, we've got to log in each, me and my partner's numbers, our state IDs, our state paramedic license numbers, if you will, so dispatch can identify for sure who's running calls on that particular unit. And so as I'm circling the ambulance inside and out, looking at each compartment, we have a checklist that we go down. So if it's not there, there's no way we can show up on a scene and we won't have, say, a vital piece of equipment that we'll need. If we're running low on needles, we know to restock that. And so forgetting is natural. What we can do to kind of mitigate that is create a checklist and kind of review that. So the second thing that I want to extend to you is the idea of doing things immediately. Because it doesn't matter how good your intentions may be. Okay, I'm gonna eat first, and eating is a big one. I'm not gonna knock you for eating first before doing something. That can be kind of offset, put off for a little while. But because when you're hungry, and then that's just when nature. It's like when nature calls. You gotta go. You gotta go. So one thing that I found is that when you put things off, it increases the likelihood to forget. And especially on the job, when you're asked to do something, or there's something that needs to be done that you know of, and you continue to put it off and put it off, it just doesn't look too good when you're like, oh, I forgot to do that. I meant to do it, but I forgot. And when it starts to happen more and more, they look at it as a chronic issue, and then you kind of get thrown into a category of just kind of being complacent or negligent, and either one of those is not where you want to be. So what else? The third thing is, of course, you can review your checklist. It never hurts to go over it again, because the way that your brain compartmentalizes things, it likes to see things in sections. You know, when you have a special event that occurs, maybe a very memorable birthday, and bear with me, I'm trying to make a decent connection, but something significant happened, and so you're more likely to remember it. So if you can compartmentalize something, like we have sections in the ambulance, okay, that's the left side, driver's side, rear compartment. Okay, that's a legitimate compartment, like literally a physical compartment. And so if you can kind of section things out, and okay, this goes over here, this goes over there, it'll help you out a lot as well. And so that brings me to my final point, which is find a designated spot. Excuse me, a designated spot. If you've got a pair of keys that you continually are looking for before you leave, why not make a hook on the right on the front door, or you know, have a designated drawer where you know that's where your keys are supposed to be. And as soon as you go in, you come in the house, you put them right there, so they're not getting moved around or can't be mistaken or misplaced, rather. So we've got checklists, we've got do the task immediately, and we've got designated spots, and also review. Okay, before you make a move, review. And for you smart Alex out there who may have thought about this, because I thought about this, well, what if you don't remember to do a checklist? Well, that's where not putting things off comes into play. As soon as you receive the information, you can write it down. You can put it in your phone, on your note tablet, in the note section. So, you know, it starts from the initial influx of information up here. As soon as you receive the information, make it a habit to go ahead and write it down, and so you can store it, and at least you don't have to take on the task of remembering what you were told. That's the beauty of writing something down or typing it in on your phone. And so that's what I want to that's what I wanted to talk to you today about. And if you found the information valuable, go ahead and hit the like button, and also hit the subscribe button. I'd also like to hear from you viewers if you have any other techniques that help you remember and kind of mitigate the whole forgetfulness deal. And so feel free to comment below, and again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and you can purchase my books on Amazon.com. The first one is called The Corridor That Lies Between Greatness and Insanity. It's going to help you with any type of struggle that you have and dealing with it God's way. And the second one is If You Enjoy Great Stories. I've got 100 of them in my book called Paramedic, 100 True Tales of a Public Servant. And you can find both of those by typing my name in on Amazon.com or the title. Alright, have a good one.